you could basically bull rush people, shove them, and they could be stronger than you. So you're at least pulling him 10 feet with a shove. The target can't be more than 2 sizes large. So you could push around things that are bigger than you in combat by 10 feet per action.
So it can move him 30 feet. 30 feet. Fuck, not enough. Not enough! I'm trying to save your stupid ass.
My stupid ass. I see. What I'm happy about is the whole like, you should have slept. Nah, I don't know. no amount of sleep.
This is no amount of sleep that can fucking. The only thing, yeah,
we get lucky and like win initiative and then mollywop him before, so he only has like 2 rounds or 3 rounds of attacking period. But,
yeah, and I was pretty. As a general rule, in item ways, 5 to 10 pounds is 1 bulk.
Yeah,
oh, fuck! And if I drag you,
that is no good.
Okay, with an action and a check in combat, we're gonna say you can move him 10 feet. It's not automatic because it's not
what kind of check is it?
It's an athletics check.
Okay. I'll try to. Do I have to grab him and then I can move him?
It'll just be part of the check.
Okay. Okay. So my athletics. $14.
In my mind, I had 15. So
can I use a hero point to, or do I have to reroll with 2?
That would let you reroll. Use both hero points.
A bit of luck could also apply here.
Okay.
Wait a minute. Can I also grab Zyra?
No.
Since I am?
No, you're grabbing Rene and like sliding him across the floor.
Run!
Bit of luck. There we go.
Okay. So Rene slides 10 feet away. Where do you want him? Where are you sliding him?
I slide him. Then I don't move with him? Is it I'm dragging him or do I just push him?
You slid him across the floor.
Okay. Move his ass.
This is like a shove maneuver.
Get his ass back there. Zyra's in the open. Oh boy. 1.
Did that provoke?
I think so. I think you just kind of go like limp and you're letting somebody do something to you. So
well, technically, I haven't woken up yet. I wake up on like I am a lump of meat because I wake up on his initiative pip.
Whether you could or not, he's not. He's now waiting for Vamaris to do something to provoke.
And my hammer is in that square, right?
So he would have. So he would have. That movement provokes from him, right?
Yeah, he doesn't. He doesn't attack Rene. He's waiting for Rene's answer, but he's now looking at Vamaris like you're
How dare
interfering.
you?
Yep.
No, but question. Was my bull rush considered? Because I'm moving something. Is that considered an attack?
That's a shove action. That was a single action thing. It is considered an attack. Yeah.
No, is it considered a manipulate?
No.
Okay, so that was 1. I'll stand in front of him. 2. I'm gonna flurry his ass.
Okay.
Run!
The 5-foot step doesn't provoke.
Nope.
And
then the flurry. I'll be kind and let you keep both of you. It wasn't an attack on Rene because he was pretty much willing and all passed out and shit. So you're not taking the penalties on the attack.
Thank you. 1.
The shove action
2.
should have been an attack, but that's fine.
Well, let's see how this goes. It was nice playing with this character. Nope.
AC 17, the ghostly sword kind of blocks your attack. That
23.
hits him. That definitely hits him.
But I'm not using my tiger, so my 2d8 becomes 2d6 plus 4.
Subtract 10.
Waiting for the no damage.
-3.
damage.
Oh, you 6! 6, you suck! You suck!
Rene.
Rene regains consciousness.
Remember to stop dying all the time!
The only thing you remember was the ghost speaking to you. You actually heard what he said.
Get the fuck out of there, man.
Well,
Run.
I am a fighter, and he is a fighter, and I understand how hard I got my ass kicked. So Rene's gonna stand from prone,
Okay.
and there he's gonna go fucking prone. Fuck.
You stand from prone and you're going down to
Yeah,
one
he's
knee.
gonna kneel down, yeah.
Then call off your bodyguard. Rene and I need to speak.
What are you doing?
What's
Grinthark.
Run!
Fuck you! Fuck what I put on stuff. Unless someone's pulling Grinthark back, Grinthark's running in to attack.
He's
Or from there shooting a dagger. He's already thrown one. Did he throw one? No,
He threw one and he blocked it.
okay.
Yep, dinked away.
Yeah, I think he's gonna throw his other dagger. He cares about Rene more than he cares about his daggers.
Yep.
He's 24. Hits a Sula. 2d4 plus 4.
-10.
Oh, why did everything get big?
That's what she said. Can't help it. I'm just born that way. I was born that era.
What did I do? Magnifying glass. Fuck that shit.
So your computer's putting on the old band-aids, is it?
0 damage.
This is
0 damage. Yeah, this is the thing.
Sula Dragon Slayer. Just looks at Vamaris, almost like staring right through you. There's a slight smile that crosses his face, and is Rene submitting?
Yeah.
Okay. The rest of Sula's soul is now discorporating in front of you, turning into a large stream of bluish light and pouring into Rene's mouth. Rene's going, oh! As it sounds like there's dragon and there's 2 screams, and Sula is entering Rene.
Does this mean I get 3 levels? I don't like this.
He topples over and kind of pushing down. You notice that the statues of his daughters then salute Rene. Oh. Your body is strong, but you have yet
Obviously not strong enough.
You have yet lots to learn.
So,
The daughters basically salute and are starting to... They turn on their heels and are walking with their spears back to their tombs.
I'm assuming he's talking in my brain.
Yep.
Is there a name I should call you, or is Sula enough?
It is the name given to me by my parents. It is the name bestowed upon me. Ordained the gods, it is. People of your time still know who I am, do they not?
They did not realize you were so lively in your retirement.
Retirement. No.
So the town that you founded by destroying the dragon, it is under attack again. Told you before.
Under attack by what?
Don't know. Dragon pretending to be the black. We know it is lie.
Parax is dead.
It is a illusion that it make, but it is still a big dragon, at least for us. Bigger than Orse.
You can see it sifting through your mind like flipping through a book. It's trying to see what battles you have fought. Searching for dragons. And the only thing it comes up with is the red drake. You have not fought dragons. You have
Rene
much to learn.
is like... Rene will go to the big illusion.
Okay.
Like, we'll try to flip the book.
Parax. Is what Rene says. It's not his voice. His eyes are glowing. And Rene is now standing up. Zyra, what are you doing? I don't know if you guys are stopping Rene.
Let's just...
What's Rene doing?
Let's have a look-see of what we have prepared that might help with this. We're going to cast Remove Fear on Rene, because maybe that'll help.
Good. She will need that spell when we face the dragon. You hear Sula's talking in your head. Go to my tomb. My items will be useful.
Okay, Rene's going to walk past the hammer.
Okay, the statues stopped moving.
Rene, speak.
Yeah, man, what the fuck is going on? Grizzak's picking up his daggers.
I'm having a hard time keeping both conversation going at one.
Both. Is that you, Rene, or is it the other thing?
Is Sula's in you? Apparently, when he said he wanted my body, it was a little more, je ne sais. Goes over to the tomb.
Okay. You just know where to pull it.
Okay.
You kind of slide the front off, and you can see this skeletal remains of Sula with his scraggly hair, still encrusted in a helmet. There are things that have not rotten in the tomb, including a master quality longsword that looks like it's got the heads of 5, this might be blasphemous, of 5 metallic dragons coming out of the pommel.
Woo!
It looks suspiciously like an upside down head of Tiamat, but it's all
metallic.
all the metallic dragons. You know the name of the sword. It is called Wormbane. And during your daily preparations, you can spend a resonance to change the shape of the sword to any weapon in the sword group. Medium size only. You have to be trained in that particular sword. Lasts for 24 hours, and then it reverts to a longsword. It is a +1 master quality longsword, +2 versus dragons. The Dragon Slayer's shield is covered in black scales, like that of a black dragon. While raised, the master quality heavy steel shield, hardness 8, grants a circumstance bonus to reflex saves against area of effects, as well as to AC and TAC. You gain while the shield is raised, you gain a +1 circumstance bonus to will saves against dragon's frightful presence. And the shield can also block 5 acid damage.
So it can be you can use the thing against acid attacks?
Yeah.
Okay. And its hardness is 8?
Hardness 8. It is the Dragon Slayer shield that is made from the scales of Parax. And then last thing is Sula's Oath Bow of Dragon Slaying. It is a +1 master quality composite longbow. The Dragon Slaying Oath is you can swear to destroy 1 dragon or draconic entity. For the next 7 days or until that creature is slain, your attacks with the bow deal 2d6 additional damage, and you gain a +2 circumstance bonus to survival and track that damage. Your critical hits against the target of the bow apply the critical specialization effect.
Ooh.
After you activate the bow, you can't activate it again for 7 days. If you kill the creature you've sworn oath against, the oath ends, and you need only wait a minute before you can use it again.
Because that's exactly what I would do. Oh, it's dead. Let's go kill the other one.
Okay, Rene pulls out some pretty good fighter gear.
Clink, clink.
Does Rene know about the other items?
You'd have to ask Sula. These things you kind of know as you pick them up.
What? So the shield is a heavy shield?
The shield is a...
Light shield? What kind of shield?
It is called the Dragon Slayer Shield. It didn't say.
I'm wondering if that hardness was done correctly. It seems a little low for a I thought Master was more than that by default.
It's not. Doesn't give you that much. See, Master should be...
Holy crap. It is an actual shield type. Like a magic shield type.
Oh, it's like a... Oh, it's a magic item.
Yeah.
Dragon Slayer.
Do you have enough points to activate all this shit?
The weapons and armor you don't have to activate. It's a heavy steel shield of master quality. Weird.
Yeah, if the hardness is wrong, then we can fix it.
Weird. It's heavy steel. I'm just gonna check what a heavy steel or what a master quality shield would have. Because it sounds like something where you'd want to add sturdy to it, but I don't even know if you can do that because the shields are unique. Or that just that the whole, like the blocking power is just, you don't use that. Because with 8 hardness, that means 16 damage attack breaks the shield. Or potentially just house rule so that that like the double dent thing just doesn't happen to shields, because that makes it at least so you can use the power once before breaking something.
Okay. Oh man, what the fuck are you doing, man? You cough him out? Just barf him out.
He's really freaking me out. Rene, why'd you fucking drink that shit to start off with? Then you take another guy soul on you? You got problems.
Sparky goes flying into him.
Sparky goes flying into Grizzak. You've got problems.
You cough him out right away. Sparky's didn't like that.
We need to fight the dragon, no? Yes, we need to kill the dragon that is threatening the town. Sula is the greatest dragon slayer this world has known in generation. Yes.
Seriously,
Well,
you
yeah.
should probably find some elven dragon slayers, but in this region, yes. Yes.
Yeah.
In Terrasleen, perhaps.
Yep.
In a way, Sula made Terrasleen safer for elves.
Yep. He was also fucking crazy, which is why
Oh
they
yeah,
let him.
yeah. Rene is got a swirling crazy inside of his head. With that, you showed him the right things. He wants to go and help you slay this dragon.
Yeah. Oh yeah. He's part of the team. What do you want to do today, Sula? Try to take over the world and murder all the dragons.
Take over the world. How are you gonna do that? Murder all the dragons.
All dragons.
First step, murder all the dragons. Second step, third step, take over the
Third
world.
Third step, profit.
Yeah. So, this is
I think this was the best lose condition ever.
pretty much because holy tits. Oh, that was one-sided.
Whack! Oh god! Ping, ping, ping! Whack!
We're done. Oh, we can't hurt him. Oh, I had a spell for that. Yeah, well, I know it's the.
If you guys were all topped up and maybe different tactics were used, maybe you could have done it. But at the end of a dungeon, something above your CR, basically you can't win.
No, you can't. Well, it's that whole like. All right.
And we rested 2 nights.
Let's everybody pull out your. Let's compare our ACs everybody pull out your tack. Zyra is the number 2 tank, which is why she gets up at the front a lot. She's got a 19 touch, 20 if she's got the shield spell up, a 21 AC or a 22 if she has the spell up. Rene, who is the main tank, has a 20 tack or a 22 tack with his shield up, a 23 AC or a 25 AC with the shield up.
Okay, Grinthark's got a 19 touch AC. He can boost it to 21 when he's using his nimble dodge.
So against one attack, he can bump it. Hey, Grizzak, what's your touch AC?
Ooh, so your shield can add to your touch?
Yep.
18.
So 16, 18 with a shield.
Yeah, and then armor is 19, 21 with a shield.
All right.
Vamaris.
Vamaris.
17 all around.
Just 17. That's what we got. Just get fucking murdered.
Yeah, Nibbles wouldn't have been any better. His touch AC is 18.
Yep. It's the don't roll 1. It was just Jesus.
And then 2d8 plus whatever damage. Crypt stats.
Well, it's don't roll 1 to hit, and it's roll a 9 or higher to crit.
Yeah, his ghostly blade was plus 17 touch.
And what we didn't do, because he was a fighter. What's his what's the crit specialization on swords? I think they suck actually.
He doesn't get this because his ghostly blade is kind of acting like a ghost touch, so I don't think he gets the physical.
Oh, okay. He's missing the crit specialization.
But he has Frightful Moan. He has Swipe. He was going to start to swipe the two of you.
Yep.
And then he's got the fighter reaction, like in your face. In the monster manual, it's called Ghost Soldier, creature level 7. Like, okay, that sounds like a Sula.
Yep. Creature level 7.
Level 7? A level 7 should have been taken down by 3 4th level things.
Yeah, you don't know how a level 7 guy killed a great
No,
worm,
I'm
but,
saying
you know.
first ed. First ed?
No. The way that doesn't, like, that math doesn't work anymore.
It doesn't work. It's broken.
That's not
In our minds, can't use it anymore.
That whole, like, the way you do, like, if I stack up multiple low-level creatures, like, in this system, it's too low of a level, it's not worth XP anymore, actually seems to exist. Because, like, the Sturges, the amount that would have to go wrong to have made that actually a threat, more than an inconvenience, would have been astronomical. Whereas the amount that we would have had to go right against Sula to be more than a nuisance
pretty fucking high.
It was pretty high, right? To actually threaten Sula.
Yep.
Like it's really interesting.
This was a cool boss fight. I think it taught us a lot.
Oh yeah.
Because otherwise it would just be you just go within 4. We'll range within 4. It was supposed to be a really tough fight. His daughters are CR3s. Now this is also Marty not balancing things correctly because I'm taking a module that is completely different balance and let's find the thing that I'll
using stuff the way we use it though, right?
Yeah.
And it's like and one of the big takeaways is, well, the characters aren't overpowered. Like we aren't overpowered.
No.
Our ability scores are high like we're used to seeing, but we're not overpowered because the whole game's tuned around having the high ability scores.
Yep.
Right? And our treasure's caught up, right? The magic weapons against things that also have magic weapons, like it's not like that extra D6, the extra D8 is not.
It didn't
enough.
break. At 3rd level, it was like, oh, you guys are pretty powerful. At 4th level, you guys are like should have your +1 stuff.
If you don't have your +1 stuff, you're not doing enough damage. Well, if you don't have your +1 stuff, half the shit in this dungeon you don't damage. Period.
Yeah, +1s.
Like,
Yeah, because they don't have, like, the ghosts have resistance, all damage 10 except force, ghost touch, positive energy. If you're not rolling 2 dice, then you're probably not breaking 10.
if you're not rolling 2 dice, well, you can't because it's going to be. Well, you can, but it'll be like a D8 +4.
Yeah.
So you could get 2 damage in on your swing. So it just does
Very
not.
interesting.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. The sword has knocks opponent flat-footed. Is the crit power on swords.
All right. So we've kind of taken a mental break as we've sort of deconstructed this, and woo! What is your party doing after Rene collects the things?
Yeah, well, hey, why don't you ask your bloody friend over there about the other things we picked up? You and your ghost friend.
First step, we must prepare. We must find out what kind of dragon it is. Without doing so, you will be at the mercy of its breath weapon.
We need to get back to town. Ziva can take a look at the thing. Anything she does not recognize, Sula might know the answer. We need to do the correct research now that we have the appropriate weapon.
We looked around. We didn't know what it was. We'd have to go and see it for ourselves. Unless you have a better way of finding out what it is.
Why don't
What he said.
we know which way
Hey,
this
Fox.
horde went, so we can follow that. Just got our asses kicked.
Yeah, the living shit kicked out of us.
Oh god. Not a little bit, all the way.
Yeah. Adam's always taking spirits in.
Meat puppet.
Yeah, Rene seems to just be standing there, clutching the edge of Sula's crypt. He's like pulled out the items, and he's like having a conversation, or thinking, or taking a breather. Oh man, he's like doing doubly not so good, man. He's all weak now, and he's got something running inside him. This guy was crazy, wasn't he? He's whispering to Zyra.
We should be getting back.
Oh man, this is not good, man. Rene. Hey, Rene.
Yes, Grinthark.
Oh man, just stay over here. Stay with us, man. Don't worry about it. We're gonna haul the treasure back to town, man. You coming?
Yes, we need to do the research to figure out what kind of dragon we will be facing. Trail it. Maybe talk to its gargoyle.
It has minions.
It's got some four-armed winged bat things and a bootlick druid.
I do not know what that means.
Neither do we. But the bootlick druid we had mercy on might have been a mistake.
Do we know where the dragon's lair is?
We know which direction its army went. We know where it asked for us to bring treasure.
Then we know our next step. we shall question one of its minions and get it to betray its master. And if it will not speak, then the bodies of its minions will pile high. And you get this like, oh god, this guy, you saw a field of impaled kobolds, like 200 of them, and his soldiers marching around and like shoving kobolds onto stakes, and him marching amongst the rows.
Fox has a pretty good question in chat.
They had a conversation about that, and he knows that it casts images.
We know blue, but we also know that there's no deserts around. So, it is a good question. It's good work, Fox. I think we gather our thoughts and make our way out of the dungeon.
Okay.
I don't think
Rene eventually shoves off from the tomb. It has been some time since I've left these hollowed halls, this Khan of death.
Time was not too polite to it in some places.
Take a deep breath when you cross the threshold.
Oh, snap. Threshold. Okay, we'll be walking.
Okay, so your group has no problem leaving this area. You climb up the steps. You go to this area. Rene finds himself like he's a passenger, but you think there's this silky glove with an iron fist inside, and it kind of coaxes your head to turn around the room and have a look. Grinthark's like, man, he's still with us. He's still with us, man.
I am here.
Like he's taking a look at a place that he hasn't been to in a while. You get a hesitant pause at this point. The others are just quickly moving through the room that they don't like.
This was a dangerous game to play.
It was. But they are unworthy of life, their time. I will show you, should we survive this. Should you survive this. I will show you a cave, where there are cave paintings made by humans long ago who scratched at rock and were little better than shaggy beasts, the way that humans kept dragons... the way that dragons kept humans down under their clawed thumb. Historians I spoke to, and on many worlds, dragons, where they ruled, kept all as fodder and food. They have had their time, and more time
And for this,
than
you
they
blame the
need.
god?
This god would not listen. Oh, you coming, man? Don't worry about it, man. This is all good.
Okay, we're gonna walk through the...
Okay, there's a flash in your head. It seems like Sula is in pain, and he, like, disappears from your mind. He doesn't leave you, but you standing on holy ground of Heronius have complete control of your body.
Ready? Does like a 360 kind of spin.
Okay. Oh man, he's fucking dancing now, man. As everyone's going up the stairs.
And then when he walks to the evil side,
Yeah, you feel like for a brief moment he came back, and on the evil side you feel this like tug, like something is trying to pull Sula down through your bowels, downwards. It's this weight in your chest. You can still walk around, but you feel like there's a claim.
We might start just planning our vacations at Heronian Holy Ground in the future. Be like, oh, hey, how you doing, Heroni?
There's still like this eye of judgment, though. Like, you don't know whether the judgment would be upon you. But you can control yourself. There's no, like, in both places, he's either hiding or is trying to fight being pulled down into hell.
Okay, well...
Oh, man, you done dancing? You know, trying to two-step there, man. It was a pretty good step there, man. You gotta work on it a little bit. Maybe not wear your armor next time, kind of cleaning it around. You okay, Rene? You looking kind of pale.
It has been a long day.
Oh, it's been a couple long days. Fucking stupid, man. Don't know what's
Here, I thought this was going to be the milk run.
Yeah, man, we got some treasures. Pretty good of Sula to give you treasure. Get a nice little sword and shield and kind of like that. Kind of whatever this bow does. Too strong for me, man. But I don't know.
It will do well against the dragon.
Okay, Sula comes back, like his presence come back as you're climbing the stairs out of that area. He doesn't say anything, but he knows you know.
So all I need to do is get one of them, like, 500 gold piece Herodian, like, artifacts, and then put it on a little platform, and then have somebody bless it, and then wear it as a backpack.
I think consecrate is a ritual, but yeah, holy ground, yep.
And then everywhere I go.
Okay, he looks around the room through your eyes. You guys rise up past the horse. You can see the ghost of the little girl with her dolly, looking at Sula. She has reformed, but she's not attacking. Your little head's kind of.
Grinthark.
Oh man, what
you,
the fuck?
see that? All right, that answers that question.
Are we talking it?
No point.
There is no need. One of the children of my children.
Granddaughter.
Not by blood, but it has been here a long time. It reminds me of what is at stake. Do you have my button?
I believe that's our cue to leave.
As you haul the treasure from the crypt of Sula with a ghost.
Hey, we brought Sula. Hey, Sula.
Inside of Rene, who has claimed not only Rene's body but his soul, and what great things they are going to do together.
Yeah, well, these things. Eventually, I'll have. Hopefully, he's not stealing my XP.
I would love for a power to eat ghost. I don't know why.
Nom 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 nom. Yeah, this was. Power was not quite the. I wouldn't have used the word power to describe what happened.
Ah, the bones. The bones of Ataparax! And you can see Rene is standing in front of Ataparax and he's got his arms up and he's flexing. Oh man, yeah, it's dead. The greatest of dragons that I had faced. My foe. The foe that let me know that there are other dragons, other great beings, that still stalks in some world out there, in some primordial swamp, is the first of the black dragons. Oh yes, their names are now effigies. Their names are stains upon the prime. Man, is he just gonna space out like that, man? That's gonna Rene's.
Yeah, we gotta get the fuck out of here. Hurry up.
He is very fond of the memory of this dragon.
What was that, Marty?
Give me a second. I heard a bang. I think it's my front gate. Give me a second. Be right back.
I'm gonna cast a couple of those horses. Get our asses back quick. Huh. What is that?
You know, there's just some fucktards. There's a permanent construction site on the road right outside my door, like 10 feet from my door, and people go by there and bang things. And I know people come up to my iron gate, which leads right into my apartment door, and try to get in. Like people try all the time.
You should have a sign on your front door that says, "Enter at your own risk. Safe word, pumpkins."
Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. No. It would be Anel Nachrach Uthvas Betha Dothiel Dienve.
Holy Tolkien frickin' Elvish.
I don't want to play this game.
It is from. It is the magic words from Excalibur, the '80s movie with young Patrick Stewart in it. Okay, you guys leave the crypt, and you were standing before the bones of Ataparax, and Sula's going on about it. In fact, he shows you what Ataparax really looks like, and the creature who created the illusion got it wrong. Ataparax had much more of a acidic snarl around his lip, like he had a cleft lip for a dragon. He had weird sores on him, and like a weird like almost like a fungal moss that grew along his scales and in hard to reach areas. Ataparax was much more like terrifying than this illusionist showed.
Yeah, the illusion showed like a big, powerful black dragon.
Yep, that was all rotting.
Yeah.
The illusionist kind of showed you what the bones look like with skin pulled across it and scale across it. It didn't show you actually what the dragon's face looked like.
It means that it went here. It was here.
Yep. His bones.
The illusion looked a lot like that bone.
Yes. What
That
does
means
that
it
tell
came
us?
ear. It was ear.
That something gazed upon the corpse of my greatest enemy and tried to copy it. The bones, that is. Yes. You are smart as well as strong. You and I will go far. Too bad I do not have the things I had before. And you catch a flash of some spear and something else that, like, stuff that he wasn't buried with, because maybe his best treasure, like, people still need to fight
Used it.
dragons. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, no, he gets to keep his +1 dagger in case of being eaten by a worm. Yeah, go fight in the afterlife with this thing, buddy.
Yeah,
You'll be fine.
ceremonially, we lay you with your +1 weapon because your heirs are fighting over your +4 shit.
Yeah.
He does think about the items. You get an idea that he sort of knows what some of his followers had, but others he didn't, because they may have died after he did.
Grizzak, he does not know. There's generation of people that the stuff come from.
We should go and speak to these elves of yours. Having a good magic user will be helpful.
He wants to speak to Ziva.
Oh man, what does he want with Ziva? And is it you and oh fuck, this is gonna get confusing, man.
Does he realize that we will get him out of you? He does realize that, yes?
Yeah, what's the deal? When's his exit?
I accepted your surrender, and we will have a truce, is what he's telling Rene.
He says there is a truce.
Oh man, I didn't agree to a truce, man.
I did lose the duel. And it kind of shuffles awkwardly.
Yep. Do not make me show you my power again. He's speaking in your mind, but to them, and he's expecting you to translate.
He thinks it would be best for us to get along and not have to do demonstration of power.
You do that on the dragon, you punk.
The lunatic is... don't mind the lunatic.
Lunatic.
Right, perfect. I guess to town we go as an awkward band of sociopaths. And a ghost.
And the ghost.
How long did it take us to get there? Was it
It was a full day's walk to walk through the Dragon Fen. Foxfire, always scheming. Love it. You guys begin to walk out of the Dragon Fen. There is a 15% chance you come across some of the dragon servants while you are trying to walk down the single road, the Old Quarry Road that cuts through the Dragon Fen.
Oh, come on, Gargoyle, or better yet, the Druid.
Yeah, give me a
Birdman.
percentile.
Harvey Birdman! No.
Okay, I'm just gonna jump to the map that shows the Belheim environs and show you where you are and remind you where you are. You're across the Iskander Creek, and this is where you fought the Sturges, and you walk all the way to the Old Quarry Road. The Old Quarry Road actually leads somewhere in the Dragon Fen. You know from the conversation that it leads to the monastery. The monastery is the place where the dragon is expecting you to drop off the treasure and the books.
Where could you throw the... along that right there?
Yeah, along the... You don't know how far in, because you're not locals, but there is a monastery. With a knowledge of religion, you could know a little bit more about the monastery, recall anything about the monastery of Saint Curixus.
Okay, so Flood Quarry, and we were... This is where we were?
Yeah, this is Sula's tomb.
Okay. Okay, I guess we're gonna make our way back to...
No religion checks? You don't care?
Oh no, yeah, yes, religion checks, I'm sorry.
Okay.
I was distracted momentarily by a bunch of texts.
Are you telling us about any of this stuff, or can we do it? Oh, I can't. Never mind.
I can't.
21?
There were monks that wished to live peacefully and apart from the town. They had a pretty large monastery there, but it kind of fell into obscurity with a 21. There were there may have been a schism in the leadership of the monastery, which resulted in some sort of tragic demise. Like, monks of peace decided to fight over whose peace was better. Like, you get the sense that there was something sad that happened to these monks, perhaps 50 years ago.
Humans. Monks, they fought amongst themselves. It was abandoned.
This would have been around the time when there was the, maybe shortly before, there was the change in leadership in Belheim, which caused the coronal.
Well, Belheim has a whole bunch of, like, ooky, oh my god, how was this in your town stuff? So I understand why you'd be like, I don't like ooky, why would this be in my town stuff? I want to make my own town. Like, yeah.
Yep. Yeah, this is on the edge of the country. In the hinterlands of the country. It is the center of population in this area. Yeah, and there's some bad things in fantasy world. Okay, do we roll percentile? We did? Alright, so you spend the afternoon walking all the way back. You're pretty certain that if you kept on walking to the monastery, you might find either the dragon or more of his whoever the dragon has there waiting to receive the tribute. Is the monastery the dragon's lair? Is it the place where his minions are? You don't know. It was a human monastery, though, so human-sized, and it was big enough that you kind of know that, yeah, there were a bunch of priests of the god of peace named Rao that was center to the monastery tradition. There may have been other gods as well, but curious that monks of peace met a foul end.
I think, well, it is a nice idea to be like, oh, let's go pick up the stuff. I think we're beat to shit and out of spells.
Yeah, so you guys have no fucking magic left for the day. You come stumbling back. You finally see the flooded quarry. It's the sun is setting by the time you guys get back to the flooded quarry, which is still a good walk away from town. And eventually, your group of tome robbers are back in Belheim. And
I think we got permission on this one. The owner's permission. Because he's right here, guys. He's with us.
Yeah, you got the town's permission and then the owner's permission. Where are you guys heading as you pass by what building? The collapsed witch tower, reminding you of all this insanity that got you mixed up into this in the first place. The streets are empty. Everyone is holed up in their homes. Of course, it is late at night.
Well,
they never let it go. That's funny.
Yeah. Let's go to the lobby, get ourselves a snack. No, Caretaker's Manor.
Okay, you guys head to the Caretaker's Manor. And,
Nibbles see you. No try to sneak up on Nibbles.
We're not trying to sneak up on you, Nibbles.
Nibbles know he can see you.
he just says from the darkness.
Don't worry, Nibbles keep Mazathick in line.
He isn't missing any teeth, is he?
No, he's fine, he's fine.
Alright. Thank you for watching God. Was there anything exciting?
No. Ziva and Fabian,
And he makes a rude gesture.
And they spend time at book. Book frustrating. Apparently written in very bad language. Very bad.
Rene?
Hunters keep watch. Nibbles think he know how many of those flying bats and how many drakes there are. Yes.
How many does it have?
30. And
In
2
total?
or 3 flying drakes.
And the any sign of the druid?
No, Nibbles not see a stupid man with beard and hat. We have his hat, not see man with beard.
Or birdman?
No, no funny birds.
He thinks for a minute.
No, just the flying bat things. What we call again?
Gargoyle.
Gargoyles, yes. Nibbles see lots of gargoyles. They not come in, but I think they kill some people try to leave the town. Nibbles told them don't leave. They don't listen.
By which road did they go?
South. People try to run to Cornwall or something. Nibbles does not think they are smart. Gargoyle flew over town and dropped heads in middle of town. Make everyone sad. Nibbles goblin, he see much.
That is very horrible. It is, we will need the dirty cloth.
You've been gone for some time. Nibbles almost go out looking for you. But you know, Fabian and Zyra, you know, and
Makes a different rude gesture.
The dungeon was very dangerous.
oh, Nibbles is he do okay out here. I was thinking of attacking dragon if there wasn't so many gargoyles, whatever they called.
We're gonna have to deal with them at some point.
I think we got the a way to get the information that we need.
Oh, Nibbles leave the information to you. You leave fighting and guarding to Nibbles. What's wrong with you, Rene? You quiet, pale like ghost.
He has a spirit inside of him.
I just said he's pale like ghost.
Because he has a spirit inside of him.
Oh, you
Why
need
don't
to
you
work
explain
on language.
Why don't you explain it?
It's complicated.
Really?
Could you have Mazatec make us some dinner?
No? You go tell Mazatec to do what you want. Oh, little gnome lady, Bassie, stay here at Manor. She helps Zyra and Fabian when they are not playing hide the weasel to to help with book.
Oh yeah, I him already.
Oh man, you fucking get that, but you can't understand what a fucking wolf is, man. That's fucking wrong, man.
Weasels are huge. That's why we usually have their and there's big things on the side. I never heard that before.
Rene, you should speak with Bassie.
They are very frustrated. Yes. Book very hard to decipher. May not get done in how many days? 10 days now? 10 days?
Rene is going to do the how many languages do you speak? I don't think it was 10 days. 10 days seems like
It was 2 weeks you had to deliver the dragon.
Yeah. Oh, we have 10 days left. Okay. Yeah. How many languages do you speak? How many? We have an old book of a twisted language. Are you a scholar of that variety?
I speak the language of our enemy. He speaks Draconic, and so do you now.
Mm-hmm. Well, let's see if it's Draconic. I don't think it is Draconic.
Okay, you guys go into the manor.
Yep.
You find everyone kind of upstairs in a study area. Zyra is looking flushed, and she's wearing like a thin gossamer nightgown, and she's sitting there talking with the bird, enjoying a glass of wine. She doesn't look like she's hard at work at all.
Hard at work, are we?
Oh yes, it's been grueling. This text is very, very complicated. The lorikeet prism just goes chirp. Chip chip.
You
Ah,
seem very-
I found some chocolates, says Fabian as he sits down. He's in like a gown, a very silk kind of kimono that he found. And he sits down on a seat beside them. Mazadek comes over and is refreshing their wine glasses, and they're eating chocolate, strawberries, and wine.
Rene is going to go take a chocolate strawberry.
Okay. Is this your wizard? You hear Sula say.
Our sorceress and our bard.
They should enjoy their sweets before doom comes.
Doom is coming. And he'll take the strawberry.
Why aren't you a grouchy pants? says Eva. Chip chip. Prism. Yeah, they've had a completely different adventure than
Their
you guys
adventure
have.
was completely different. Hey, Renee's going to go find Bassie.
Okay. You notice that there is muttering from a different room. I don't know how you can write a language when the syllables change. Do the syllables change? Oh. It's written the same way. But if it follows the first, then it's this. If it follows the second, oh, this is an asinine language. I think it's supposed to drive one mad, she says. Oh, I didn't hear you. Come in, she said. She was completely... There's like a bunch of drawings and doodlings. It looks like a...
hard at work.
It looks like a madman's cell where there's like drawings and doodlings of characters and lines between them as she's trying to figure out this language. Your eyes, you don't like staring at some of the symbols too much, and then the book is right in the middle of all of this. Our friends speak. Hunkley was mad. He was mad. He actually know not only how to read this language, but he know how to write it. And write it well he did. There are so many derivations, yet... Perhaps I'm looking at this too linearly. How else will I look at it? Backwards? I don't know. We could try backwards.
If you had questions for Sula, what would they be?
Sula, well... I don't have the names of all the dragons he slew. Probably numbers. His legend was, on some accounts, exaggerated. Who is this?
The local historian.
Is what he says.
She is the one who sent me to your tomb to find weapons to kill the new dragon.
Oh, did you find anything while there? Did you see Sula's bones?
Yes, I saw Sula's bone.
Oh. Did you find a few things that help you fight dragons? You just feel Sula grinning. What are you smiling at?
I found things that will help kill dragon.
Oh, excellent. You don't happen to speak Aklo, do you? Speaking it, it's one thing. It's writing it is... and making sense of it. I'm not sure where magic begins and ends, and where Aklo begins and ends, and...
I speak the language of my enemy, and at this point I didn't know Aklo was one of them.
Yes. The simplest of beasts know Aklo. However, it's more like... There are some religions where you speak in tongues. Some of it is just a common. This starts to unpeel the layer like an onion, and it gets more nefarious the more you peel. Some of these I didn't even know were symbols. This book will take some time, dear, to unravel. We have made progress, and she points at a bunch of like letters pointing to other things and scratches out and samples of text where they're trying to translate. It will take time.
Do you have records of Sula's family? and the huntings that went from them?
Incomplete records, yes.
I would like to see them.
If they're in my home, I can go and fetch them in the morning if you...
Morning will be fine.
Why do you need to see my family? I can tell you all about them if you want.
Your spear has to be somewhere.
I don't think you'll find my spear.
Do you not want to know what they know?
In time, they will know us from the deeds that we perform. Are you the only warrior that's going to stand in front and take the brunt?
If we can teach the naked one how to fight, maybe he will be there too.
And that creature with the axe. Goblins walking amongst humans in these days, most peculiar.
There was some big thingy where Goblin broke free from their evil master. He's a farmer. He's a good brute, barbarian.
Then for the sake of the fighters, we must learn what kind of dragon this pretender is, so that the casters may protect us. I do not have all the items I once had, and no doubt they are...
I'm not paying attention. They have the goon that tried to kill all those that leave the town.
Yes.
So tomorrow we put on a peasant robe and get on wagon and look like we flee to countryside and wait for the horrible warriors of dragon to swoop upon us to murder.
Then in the meantime, instead of sifting through my life, the life of my followers, I should teach you. Are you injured?
Yeah, your fucking thief was an asshole.
I smell the taint of Arturic, his stain upon you.
Drain three.
Drain 3, yep. Stew, then. I will show you how a warrior fights.
Hello? Hello? Are you quite alright? You're looking a little peaked.
I had a very long day.
Oh, yes. Delving in tombs can do that to you. We can speak in the morrow if you want to know more about this dragon slayer. Sula, I'd be very interested in getting your first-hand account of what it is that you found down there. I hear it's rather gaudy.
Time takes away some of the shine.
This is an annoyed, slow ember of a fire that you're pretty sure if she pushed, Sula would respond. He at this point in time is really interested in what she's saying.
Part of why you go and talk to the local historian. What is your legacy? What do you want to know?
They say that he might have been cursed. I sure hope that none of his things were cursed. There are no claims of cursed items, although dragons were known to curse their hordes.
Little do you know. Little do you know. And then you catch this horrible vision of like melted gold falling from a ceiling and falling down in like a shower upon a bunch of the greedier soldiers that Sula had in one expedition. Like he finally killed the dragon, got to the dragon lair, and they set off a trap. which caused gold to drip down in molten form,
Molten,
and burn them
some
all.
red
And
dragons,
it was just all Sula. It was like Sula left at the end.
Err.
Little do you know, they've forgotten much. Of course, much of what I have done for humanity, for these people, for elves, for dwarves, for gnomes, so that goblins may be released from their evil masters. Masters, many of which who are dragons. Oh, something's happening to your eyes. A lot of things happen in the wilderness, in the backwaters, in the remote places of the world where dragons like to hide.
When we have time, we will set a proper record of event.
Oh, I very much like this. I'm now curious what you need to learn, but this book is fascinating. This language is insufferable, but there's something sinister here. I would not let this book fall into the hands of anyone who means the living harm. Just look at the pictures. I don't think I'll sleep a wink.
The edgelordiest edgelord.
Well, back at it then. You can send Fabian back in whenever he's done. She seems a little annoyed.
A lover boy. Back in there.
Oh, yes, yes, of course I know how to play that instrument. What was that?
Bassie needs you in the room.
Oh, yes, of course.
I mean, to do the job that you are here to do.
Yes. The rest of you might do well to get a bath. Stefan
Oh,
just...
the urge to like give him a wedgie, but I know he's not winning either way.
Yeah, he goes in and Ziva's like gliding over towards Zyra. How was your adventure? She says. Grinthark just slumped down in a chair, getting a nap.
The first half went pretty well. We have a bunch of magic that needs to be identified, and we have a spirit trapped within Rene's body.
She says.
Sula, the Dragon Slayer.
Trapped inside him now.
Yeah. Did you have anything interesting happen while we were away? I mean,
How are you? How's your fucking day?
do you have anything trapped in your body?
No, she says. Although that book is just vile. Speaks of creatures in some dominion of horrible darkness where the gods themselves do not prowl. Something about beyond the deepest abyss. The language it is written in is difficult at best. But best for the gnome to figure it out, she says.
We saw a ghost child looking for a button for her teddy bear. It had the head. It had a horse's head.
She's looking at you. That's like not even funny.
Yeah, it's really horrific.
Stop it! I don't want to know. She says.
Did you bring the buttons?
Oh my.
She goes over and she's like feeding fruit to the lorikeet.
Motherfuckers. Very, very thankful he does not have to clean up the mess that you tracked in here. No, no, no.
He's got a tray with some fruit on it.
All right, have some fruit. Have a lay down
Yes.
on not a rock floor.
Right, not a tomb floor. Still, the pressures are mounting. Let's look at some of the treasure that you guys got, and you also, with this rest,
Yeah.
achieve your 5th level.
Ability scores.
Oh, such bullshit. Oh.
I don't know if things scale the way they think they scale.
Why is it bullshit that you leveled?
No, it's not bullshit that we leveled. What we went through was bullshit.
What's bullshit is the bard basically boned his way into a level.
Oh, I see what you mean. They're doing esoteric bard shit. They're trying to,
It's
they're trying to
the
crack
bardiest
out.
bard thing to ever bard.
Yeah.
I was freaking up there.
Yep.
Ice level.
Yep. Ding.
If you don't want your level, I can take it back.
Let's give it to the bard.
I ain't playing, man. Don't talk that way.
Alright. So, level. Alright. I know, dude.
Mm-hmm.
5th level NPC.
At level 5, we get 3rd circle spells.
Is everybody?
If you're a caster. Ability boosts, ancestral feat, skill increase. Alright. So, Zyra is going to increase her medicine again to become master medicine. I believe medicine's on the list. Yes, it is.
3rd level spells. Would you look at that?
Okay, now that power that is like the take thing power is now will be 20, which means that that feat is usable. So there should no longer be cutting off of bits.
There should no longer be, do we do the surgery? Everyone's like, no!
Right now with a feat and 4 skill training ranks? 3 skill training ranks? Okay. Alright. Proficiency is now +2. Alright, so that's the skill increase. And I believe the skill increase is a skill, right?
Yep, a skill.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm gonna level Grinthark. I think we're gonna level because.
Oh shit! I can't become master. I'm not 7th. Alright.
Grinthark's now a 5th level rogue, and I don't know what this means. I have no idea what this means.
What don't you know what it means?
Oh, I just need to go to the rogue area.
Ability boosts. 4 ability scores. Okay, so Wisdom 19, or here, Ancestry level. And then I will make another column here, and I will go
He's a rouge.
ability boosts. I'll go +1, +2. I think we're going to get some con.
Level 5 ability boost. How many ability boosts do you get?
4.
Like 4 + 2s?
Well, you get 4 +2s or +1s if they're already 18s.
Yeah.
Which I think he's gonna do for his.
Yeah, you put whatever your prime skill is, whatever your class skill is. Not doing that seems insane.
How many +1s can you put?
You can only put. It has to be 4 different skills. You can't just go like I want a plus. Like you can't go from
So
like
you
18
can't get
to
+2
22.
to 20.
No. No, 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 no. No, 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 no.
So yeah, basically, why wouldn't you pick the ones that you already picked?
To balance yourself out, because you wouldn't pick.
Every
Like, I don't think that like for the fighter, I don't think the dex going above 18 makes any sense. It's too much investment.
Yep.
I think.
Grinthark's got a 16 con, 16 int, and a 14 wisdom.
Yeah, so we're gonna go for a
skill increase. Would you look at that?
18.
Ooh, what's after expert?
And that basically
After expert, it's master, isn't it?
Yep.
yeah, but you can't master anything
Why?
because you have to be 7th.
Balls. Okay, fucking going to
8 times 5 is 40. 5 times...
Cleric 5. Cleric level 5. Alright, speed stays the same. Class DC doesn't go up. Level goes up.
46.
19. Perception. Level. Okay, ancestry doesn't change. Class. This goes to 40. Con goes to 10.
what level are we right now? 5?
Yep.
Yes, sir.
So let's go.
There's a lot of changing 4 to 5s on the character sheet.
Yep.
Yeah.
So this is also like a big power level too, like because of all the ability score boosts.
Yeah. Yeah, your saves go up crazy amount because you're getting saves for level and saves for your increased ability scores if you spent them in.
If you spent them, if you spent them, kind of not like a memory. Okay. Level.
Dragon fight when you guys are here next weekend should be fun.
Oh,
Or the whole things that are leading up to the dragon fight.
there was a dragon fight.
Yes.
I really like that Sula is riding around inside you. I think that's fucking
I think
hilarious.
it's a really cool,
Yeah.
like it's a
cool.
cool outcome to something that was like, oh my god. Well, I basically was like, so what's fun is, it felt like a story event, but I
Yes.
don't think it was planned as a story event.
There wasn't in
Yeah.
my mind when you guys crept into the tomb and when we started the night. At that point, I did not think Sula was going to crawl inside of Rene. I thought that Rene had a bit of Sula inside him, and that was going to do a thing.
Yeah.
But once he was like, "Oh, he arrives," I'm like, "Okay, what does Sula want?" Is what I asked myself in my head, and I'm like, "Okay, well, he wants a body. He doesn't have a body to ride around anymore, and ghosts can do the possession thing." And, yeah, it definitely it turned into a story beat as opposed to
Because it was one of the just boom. Okay.
You're fucking grinning with that ghost sword.
it's Solaparo's hip hand.
It's like combat's kind of like almost real life in a way where it's somebody hit you right through the body with a ghost sword. Well, not that that's real life, but someone hit you right through your body with a sword. Yeah, you're dying. You're dead. Don't get hit by a sword, dumbass. A sword is dangerous.
Don't get hit by a sword.
Yeah, it
bad
feels
time.
a lot less like 100 hit point D&D. The damage is scaled with your hit points. You've got more hit points, but the damage.
But damage goes up fast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
All right. What does Rouge give you at 5th level? Ability boost done. Ancestry feat, a skill increase, and sneak attack 2d6. Cool.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
Let's see. Level. T?
Ancestry feat. All right. So we need to pick something out of the elf list
An elf list. Yeah.
that isn't a heritage feat, because you can only take the heritage ones at first level. Which kind of feels like you're forced to take the heritage feat. But
At first level.
at first level, but yeah.
I took nimble last time.
Which is what?
Your reflexes and live muscles are tightly honed. Your speed increases by 5 feet. Additionally, when you use a stride action, you can ignore difficult terrain in 1 square during that movement.
Yeah, that's what Grinthark took as well. Hey Ahmed, are you ever going to join them for Baldur's Gate? Ahmed is playing Pillars of Eternity, which we're trying to tell him is just fucking the future. It's Baldur's Gate in the future.
Yeah.
Child of Baldur's Gate.
Yep.
I am. I shall. How far are you guys in the game?
Demon Skirmisher is pretty neat. It's like an extra damage against demons.
Yeah, that's the one that Vamaris has.
Forlorn, +1 circumstance bonus against emotion effects.
All my friends die.
Right. Keen hearing. Can you retake nimble? No.
Oh, keen hearing is a heritage feat. Oh, I didn't realize that.
Weapon familiarity. I think he already knows how to use short bows. He is not interested in the elven stuff. Huh. I think it's Demon Skirmisher. I'm not seeing...
For elf?
Yeah. I'm not seeing anything else that's, like, long-term useful.
How many do you get?
I think every 5 you get one.
And every 4 levels after. So it's like... You get a lot of these.
Yeah. You can see where the splat books are just going to pile things on, like with...
Yep.
Right, like right now I feel there's not enough choices, but it's a fucking playtest, so...
Yep.
Alright, so Demon Skirmisher gives him a bit of bonuses.
Are there any cantrips that are good?
Shield?
Shield is a good cantrip, but it's not good for the... actually, it would be good for him. I'm wondering if I should take the otherworldly magic, which allows me to put an arcane cantrip on my list.
Oh, yeah. I haven't done the the analysis of what is in each of the lists.
Yeah, arcane list. Let's see. I might take the arcane prestidigitation so I have the freaking good one.
Yeah, I don't know why they try to simplify it, and then they made it weird.
They just broke it.
Can we make perception expert now?
No, I think that
No,
goes
it's
up
less good.
by your class or by
Your skill
feats. Yeah, there's skill feats or general feats that make it go up.
Oh. Okay.
So it is not a skill increase though.
Yep.
Your wisdom going up will make that go up though.
Yeah.
Assuming that I call for initiative with perception. So far, all of them have been perception, but like if you got into a wrestling fight, I would say, okay, it's your athletics checks that are the initiative or something like that. Which is a neat thing that you could easily port over to 1E. You could go, okay, this is a social interaction, so social initiative checks, go.
Yep. like your charisma-based initiative, your wisdom-based initiative.
Yeah. All right, 5th level rogue.
It's a thing that I think would be pretty good in the other system, because I think Dex is overvalued by far.
Skill feat and a skill increase. All right, so Grinthark has expert acrobatics, expert stealth, and expert thievery. You need to be 7th level to go to master. Is that what I'm hearing?
Yeah, well, that's what it was for cleric. Rogue might be able to go master faster.
Oh, master faster. Master.
Where did you see that? Where did
Under skill increases.
was that under 5 skill increase?
If you're at least 7th level, you can increase this to become master in a signature skill in which you're already an expert. So it also has to be a signature skill to go to master.
Yes.
Okay.
Which means that you have to go to the signature skill list.
Yep. Oh, so his int just boosting up didn't grant him more skill points.
He didn't get to... Was it even?
Because there is no skill point thing.
Don't you get a number of skills equal to your int mod?
Oh yeah, so you get to be trained in one more skill then. Okay.
Right. You should be able to put it into something like you go above trained. But he's still limited by can't be a master till 7th.
Okay.
That's how I understand it.
What is he going to do?
Put on the boost ancestry and skill increase. Balls.
He's got lore underworld. I forgot that. That's funny.
Oh, ancestral longevity. You can become trained in the skill of your choice during your preparations. You just think about it and go, I know how to do this. I like that one. General
Okay,
feat,
I think he's gonna go expert in deception. Come on, man.
Super blue man.
Super blue man, motherfucker. Hey, look at school.
The fuck, man? I know, man. I'm talking a high-pitched voice and making you happy.
And he'll become expert in lore underworld. He knows about crime. Do you know about crimes? Crime. I know about crimes. And then the skill feats are all over the place.
Skill feats are kind of...
They are a bit underwhelming, but you get them often, so they're nice little kickers, the way I look at them.
They let you do some stuff with skills that you thought you could do before.
That's kind of how I felt about them. Although alertness is in there, like if you want ways to increase your initiative. Alertness. You remain alert to threats around you. You gain expert proficiency in perception.
Ancestral longevity is basically every morning you can pick a skill to be trained in.
It's not bad.
Yeah.
Turn up
Really?
-2 into a plus 0.
It reminds me of the Brawler's move action, select a feat.
Oh,
Yes.
hold on a second. Assurance might be good for rogues, because rogues are considered a master for disabled traps. So a
that
result of 20
It would be DC, yeah, 20s.
is pretty good for traps. I take a 20. Oh, I didn't make it, but I didn't fail, so I didn't set off the trap. Then you roll.
Mm-hmm.
That's how could someone get lore for Aklo or Cthulhu Mythos or whatever would fall it under? Yes, there is a skill feat, I think, that gives you a language.
I can. I could just pick whatever I want to know in the morning.
Oh fuck! You could have lore.
I could
This insane shit.
lore Ukaduka.
You get into tune with your fucking elven ancestors, and you are now trained in a thing. Yeah, Ziva's not going to take that one because I think she's like trying to not delve into that, even though you're kind of pushing her to. I don't think that's kind of stuff. It's not pretty.
There's delving going on, but not the right kind of delving.
Yep. All right, so I think even though you guys have poo-pooed this feat, I think this has value with.
I'm waiting till 7th, and then it'll be valuable for Zyra.
Yep.
I'm not on Zyra. I'm not getting rid of it. On Rene, probably we'll see. There's nothing that's DC 15 though. I can't make matchsticks with it right now.
Trivial items, I think you can.
I don't know.
Okay.
Skill increase.
Assurance, thievery is what Grinthark is taking.
Okay, and Zyra will take training in.
Assured my thievery is assured.
Haha! Surrender. Does she want to be an expert in religion?
All right, Grinthark was pretty easy. Pretty easy. Easy peasy.
A sec. I need to know what the skill feats are. Skill feats.
160. Yeah, I'm having a hard time selecting skills.
Right, because I'm trying to pick. I want to pick a skill feat that will help me, or a skill that
future.
will in the work exactly.
Yeah, and I'm looking through these, and to be honest with you, like,
Increase your initiative. You were just asking about how to do that.
I don't know. Does he have a skill feat right now? I think he's trying to pick the skill. I think we're going to skill diplomacy because diplomacy.
okay, so right now we get a skill feat increase.
Oh, you guys were poo-pooing that they were staying behind and gaining levels while you guys were doing the hard stuff. Is that what you're doing?
That was the
If Mark
Yeah.
showed up, I would have started the game with they got into trouble with a bunch of fucking with the bat creatures.
right. They were supposed to get butt sex by something, but
Yeah,
they didn't. It didn't come to fruition. So they just came back and ate fucking strawberries and boned.
So what happened with Nibbles is Nibbles patrolled the town and did a bunch of stuff. Fabian and Ziva were boning, but they were also like looking into this
Through the window.
this horrible lore. So they were doing stuff. It just
It's just the perception of like the what happened.
right.
Blood and guts murder fest. Strawberries in a book. Read Strawberries in a magazine.
a little Chardonnay and yeah.
Yep.
Hey man, poking into the horrible Cthulhu monsters is like hard work.
Yeah, but it'll be at least a year before the Sanity Rule Splat book pops up, maybe two. And they're taking a risk. Go back, everybody's mad. Whoop, 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 whoop.
All right, Ziva. I'll update the XP offline. I just know that with the encounter with the Sturges, which I'll give you a little bit of XP for. So a 0th level character counts as 2 levels less for XP wise. So it's like this weird calculation where you don't bump it 1 down; it's like 2 levels less. So at 4th level, you stop gaining XP for 0th level creatures.
I think enough of them would be a problem, but we it'd be very well. It'd be as long as you're not doing the goblin with the alchemist pot. Like, as soon as you give that goblin the alchemist pot,
Yeah, and then the broken alchemist pot that I wasn't playing right.
No,
yeah.
no, I meant regular alchemist pot, not that one.
Yeah.
That one, no, not that bullshit.
Right.
I mean, like a regular one.
All right, so Ziva, I think, is going to spend a point in charisma because you want awesome charisma.
Yep.
And then she spends 2 points in Dex, so her Dex is 18. And then her Con of 12 needs to get better.
Yeah.
14. We're gonna fight a dragon, bitch. And then her int actually needs to go up because she's having a hard time making DCs with her knowledge checks. I'm gonna round that out. Cool.
Let's just see.
Any guesses which campaign this belongs to? What are your theories? What are your standing theories right now? I've been so careful not to use place names. I almost slipped at one tonight, but it was good.
I think it's Oscar and Ptolemy. Like Rune Lords.
Oh, like the
Like
old...
I think it's like way old fucking like Crusher
That's
and
Shadow Crusher and
yeah, that's where I think it is. That's my it would be that or World of Three Suns, but
but we didn't stream that.
I know we didn't stream that.
I think one of Marty's things was something we streamed. Isn't that right?
So if it's something we streamed, then it's like there's like 3.
Yeah, I know.
It becomes pretty.
It will further the plot of something we've streamed. Now,
Wait, it will further the plot of. That's not the same thing.
Because these games aren't necessarily like some of the universi are counter, right? They're anathema. Most of them aren't. Most of them can function perfectly well in the same zone. So that's my thoughts. That's my guess. That's my out of the box guess.
2 times 5. I was probably calculating our hit points wrong.
Okay. It's the way they scale up the healing is like a cure serious wounds, which would be what is the like equivalent of the third circle healing spell is 5d8 plus ability score,
Holy crap!
and by default. So for 0 it'd be 68.
Yeah, that is significant.
Yeah, the healing it ramps super hard.
It is significant.
All right, now Human with Dragon Warrior inside you.
Oh, I'm finding all sorts of errors on Ziva's sheet. Whoops. Training is not +1, it is +0.
Yeah.
So I like your idea of taking the I get trained in a skill once per day.
Mm-hmm. Because it lets you. So one of the issues I have is you don't get many skill points, so it's hard to be like I know stuff.
Yep.
Here's a way to be I know stuff.
5th level is a huge power jump.
Yes. We might have been able to take that fight at 5th. It was like nowhere near the stomping because it's +2 to everybody's touch AC.
Yep, and then a different complement of characters in that dungeon. May have
Prep
also
spells, proper prep spells.
Yep.
Rene. You're so boring with your strength, dex, con, and int. Your wisdom and crit will never move. Actually, they will. They'll start moving at next level.
So if you rebuilt these characters in 1E and had Gestalt, what would you
Fighter rogue.
Would be a fighter rogue.
Hmm.
Cool.
And Zyra would probably. She'd be Oracle fighter, or
Oh, she go Oracle.
she'd probably go Oracle. It'd be Oracle, or it'd be like heal domain, or like heal, like life Oracle, or cleric fighter, or cleric. Fighter's not really the. Cleric gives you the armor proficiency. That's all you really need. At that point, it might end up being like a cleric bard or something. Cleric something. It'd be cleric something or oracle something. That was fucking useless.
Can you go up to expert in something that is not a signature skill?
Yes, you just cannot go beyond expert.
Okay. Life Oracle Paladin?
Chaotic good, or neutral good. She's not paladin's a no go.
I think she's
Maybe
gonna
like
go expert stealth.
Maybe a cavalier cleric, maybe.
Cavalier cleric would be fucking awesome.
I think that as something I've never been done before. I think cavalier cleric would be what Zyra would end up being like. Look at pony.
Just riding around in a war pony. Fucking Sailor Mooning it up. Or not Sailor Moon, what is it, My Little Pony? My Little Pony or whatever.
My Little Sailor
Become a
Pony.
Brony or oh no, what does this campaign become?
Yeah. You know, a rogue fighter. Just damage for fucking years.
Oh,
No
fucking-
spells.
wait for the other rogue or the monk to tumble in and just
Oh yeah. I just
destroy.
yeah.
Ancestry feat, skill increase. Skill increase. You guys have had a lot of scary stuff. She went up skill increase in stealth. So she's an expert in stealth.
That's pretty smart.
Yep. Her dex also got to 18, so plus 10 stealth is not too bad.
50.
Cleric Vitalist, ultimate healer. I don't know what a Cleric Vitalist is.
15?
What is a Cleric Vitalist?
Vitalist, I think, is like a rogue thing, or the alchemist thing, where you... It's the rogue one where they do surgery?
No, you're thinking of the Vivisectionist. A Vitalist is a... Oh, a Psionic class? No. That's probably...
Boo! Boo to you! Boo to you and your psionics! It's like the concaster.
It does have a bunch of health.
Boo, I say! I am old and resistant to change! Boo!
Transferring wounds and a bunch of shit. Yeah, I'm sure there's a bunch of ways of, like, transferring wounds to yourself and then healing everyone. Although that's pretty... Cleric Vitalist? Yeah, just glancing at this. I've never seen it before. I don't know where this comes from. Psionics. Unless there's a healer cleric archetype that's called Vitalist. I'm sure you could turn... I'm sure that there's a way to turn Cavalier into a tank. And be a heal and to be a heal tank.
A heal tank, yeah. It'll be a... Yes. I have faith in myself. I will be able to do the thing.
A cleric inquisitor.
That's pretty good too. That's the huge damage output on that. Like Inquisitor's about damage output. That's their. That is
But
everything.
I think their inquisitor. There are defensive powers though with Inquisitor. I forget what those things are called.
Their stances or whatever.
Yeah.
Thingy. Judgments.
Yeah. I think there are some defensive judgments. I'm sure there's a way for you to swift action yourself to good ACs.
Yeah.
Of course, you got to survive the dragon first.
That's fine. It'll be easy. No problem. I mean, the place where the grocery store we went to before going to see the dragon absolutely beat our asses in like 4 out of the 5 rooms.
We're old
Yeah,
hacks.
the
at getting
dragon-
our
the
ass
dragon-
kicked.
We were sent to
fight?
the Canadian Tire to pick up a jack and a couple of lug nuts.
We got
blown
fucked
the
up.
fuck up.
Yeah, I don't know how we're gonna
Aisle 4.
survive this.
And in aisle 7. And then once at the
Oh,
checkout.
funny. Ancestry feat and a skill increase. Okay, so we did the skill increase, and now it's just the ancestry feat.
8, 9, 10. You know, it's oh, it's been a long time since I played a game of this style and have been blown up so bad. Where it's been like, I don't know what to do.
The thing is, there was nothing that you could really do. You wandered into the room, got into the encounter, and now you're getting your ass beat. Like there wasn't. It wasn't like you were choosing the wrong tactic.
No, we were.
It's just the foes were.
It's just how hard they hit.
Yeah,
And
that's right.
It's the love at first touch. Oh, ooh. And everybody makes the ooh face, and it's like, oh, 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 exactly.
Skill increase, ancestry, ability,
Then we
boost,
did the
case,
ICQ.
skill increase,
Sound.
skill fucking increase. Shit.
You know what? I think Ziva's going to take nimble.
It's a good one.
Yeah,
Yep.
I'm having a hard time, taking the
Finding
other ones
anything
over
else?
nimble. Yeah.
So I think with I think we're gonna become. Actually, I've got a Dragon Slayer in my brain.
Yeah.
So you know what? I got 2 skill increases. One from being smart, and one from leveling. I get bravery. What does bravery do?
Sounds like it might be good fighting a dragon.
Uh,
Are you brave? Are you scared? Are you scared? You should be.
So when you succeed a will save against a fear effect, treat it as a critical success instead. That's pretty cool.
3rd level spells, ability boost done. Ancestry feat, skill increase. Okay, all those are done. 5th level spell. 5th level are 332.
Plus 2. Circumstance bonus against fear.
Let's see. It's done.
Okay. Ancestry feat. So I'm a human, so humans have some like pretty strong ancestry feats.
Each day you can cast up to 2 first level spells plus an extra first level spell due to the power of your blood. So you do get. I'm counting the number of spells per day wrong. Whoops.
You're a girl, you asshole.
You can also swap out spells by retraining during downtime. Alright. Are you in encounter mode? Or downtime mode?
Yeah, there's a
What mode are you in? Exploration mode. Activate.
Oh, Modrons.
Oh, we're gonna pick some spells for Ziva. 3rd level spells. Sounds fireball-y. Sounds like Ziva starts to blow things up.
Ziva blows things up.
Marty, could I have bought tools instead of medicine tools, like nature tools, to help me with the medical rolls that I'm gonna do?
Are they on there?
You mean in the book?
Yeah.
I'll check. 5, 3, 4.
This is just like to get a +1 circumstance bonus on the roll for that check.
Yeah, because I bought those tools, but I didn't. I thought they would apply. They don't.
Right. Can you get the same power that the cleric does? When someone becomes
without...
bolstered to your surgery, Zyra, does that mean you're bolstered to all surgery or just Zyra's surgery?
Here.
I think. Oh, that's a great question.
A second.
Fireball.
Your use.
What do you think, guys? Fireball and haste?
I have haste. Grizzak has haste.
Lightning bolt and
See.
slow?
Grizzak has fireball and haste. And lightning ball. And slow.
Okay. The sorcerer gets to pick 2. Oh, and she gets 1 because of her bloodline. Give me a second. What is the bloodline one?
Yeah,
Just,
that'll be okay.
I mean, so ones I pick, yeah, fireball, haste.
The druids get fireball and haste?
Yep. Animal form, blindness, dispel magic, earth blind, feet to fins. Well, neutralize poison, not protection. Searing
Yeah,
light,
I think they allowed
primal. Yeah, they made primal.
Yeah, so druids are...
blasty.
Yeah.
Alright, Imperial bloodline, they get dispel magic. Okay.
Right on.
So, here, haughty obstinacy. Your powerful ego makes it harder for others to order you around. If you succeed at a saving throw against a mental effect that attempts to directly control your actions, you critically succeed instead. If a creature fails to coerce you using the intimidation skill, treat its result as a critical failure instead, so it can't coerce you for a week. That might be good for Rene right about now.
Is that a thing? Is that an option?
That is a human heritage feat.
Oh, okay.
Or that's not heritage, it's a human...
I'm gonna keep control of my mind.
Yep.
My mind is not your mind.
See, I think it's too early for that. But it's like 4 levels to like get an opportunity to take it again. So it's like if I can't, like for style points, if he pushes me around, I do not want him pushing me around for 5 fucking levels.
There's at least 9 more days of hard adventuring before the time limit is up. So there's 1 more level of adventuring before.
Yeah.
But to give you an idea of how much we can get done in.
I'm going to take it then because there's not 5 levels of adventuring.
No, we'll be the end of the module by the time. I think you guys will end the module. Those that survive will be 6th or 7th.
Yeah, I can take that, or I can take a general feat, because humans can take general feats in place of ancestry feats. I believe natural ambition...
Reporting to general feat, sir!
Reporting to Ha! Haughty obstinacy.
Should I even read Fireball and Haste, or should I just take them?
I believe haste gives you an extra action.
I know,
Yeah,
that's so awesome.
Slow take away an action.
That is the coolest part of the action system, is the way it, like, you can haste and slow actually
Haste.
function now.
The target. Oh, it's only 1 target creature. The target acts faster. It gains the quick condition and can use an extra action each round only for strike and stride actions. Interesting. So you basically cast that on a range 30 feet. Cool. So you cast it on the fighter, and they're getting an extra attack.
Is it concentration?
Nope. 1
Is it
minute.
heightened?
Heightens at 7th. You can target 5 creatures
That's what I thought.
as a 7th level spell, though. So like that's
So like 13th level.
okay. Haste it is. I think Ziva in the back hasting. Mr. One Shot with the
Mr. Big Axe.
yeah. Yeah, I agree. Haste is getting